going on, YouTube? Welcome to episode 2 of The Witcher Season 2 on Netflix, guys. We're going to break it down. We're going to give the 3 biggest takeaways, the things you need to know from the episode. So before we get started, you know what to do. Hit the subscribe button and click the bell so you don't miss. And guys, let's dive right into it with takeaway number 1.
Takeaway number 1 is that Fringilla, not Vanessa, what's her name? Francesca and
Veronica,
Vanessa. They all are having the same dream. And basically, at the end of episode 1, Yennefer and Fringilla get captured. And what they are captured by is the elves. So, in the episode, we realize that they're all having the same vision. And this vision is basically of the Elfin Queen, right? Well, for Yennefer, it's a young girl. For Fringilla, it's the Black Knight. And then for Francesca, it's the Elfin Queen.
Not having those powers, not having that ability to kind of control the chaos as they've always been associated with, it's now leaving her in a vulnerable state. Takeaway number 2, we were introduced to a new set of Witchers. We were told that when Geralt first left his home where he was trained as a Witcher, there was 20 of them left, but he wasn't sure how many would still be there. As he got there with Siri, we would be introduced to several different ones, but most notably would be a man named Eskel. This would actually turn out to be the villain, the bad guy, the monster of the episode, in which he was fighting off a creature that was called a Leshy, and it was like a tree monster, but it infected him, so he then became this creature.
Yeah, that's some scary stuff.
I think the biggest issue with Leskel was he was just so full of Eskel. He was just so full of pride. He comes in, he busts into the Witcher sanctum, whatever, and he's telling them that he killed this Lushy, and everyone else is like, you have to burn it. Like, you didn't do it right. And he's like, no, I did it. It's fine. Everything's fine. And then sure enough, he didn't and ends up infecting. He gets infected and pretty much ruins their home. Like, he just becomes a tree and rips everything up.
Yeah, I think Siri's just getting like a first-hand kind of experience with the Witchers and Vesemir and all these people that Geralt kind of grew up around, and you know, the kind of Witcher family, and she's not liking what she's seeing so far, which continues that through line of what we were seeing last week, in that she doesn't like how Geralt handles his business, especially with the Bruxa in the previous episode.
But I would say too, she's starting to learn that the way he handles things is necessary. Like even with Eskel, almost called him Lester. Even with Eskel, you know, Witcher Geralt, almost called him Henry, had to kill him, you know, and that was his friend. He like grew up with him, but there was no other way to save Vesemir, so he had to kill him. And I think Siri is starting to realize that sometimes you have to get dirty in order to do the right thing. Anyway, that segues us into biggest takeaway number 3, which is Christian.
Oh, haha, I remember. Okay, so guys, now finally we're getting to some cool stuff, which I'm more familiar with from the video games, and that is Geralt is finally taking Ciri under his wing to begin Witcher training, to begin combat, and this is going to be so cool, because we already know mystically she's the most powerful person in the entire Witcher universe.
Well, not only that, but basically we were told that when Vesemir had the last encounter with one of these beasts that ransacked the Witcher compound, essentially, Geralt and all of these half-breed Witchers were hiding out in the cellar. And Vesemir was the only one that survived. And he's the one that now raised them. So that's why, because they're half-breeds.
Bigger than all of them.
That's why they're all different. Yes.
Right. Oh, Geralt's not a half-breed.
No, he's saying no. He's just one of the variations of many variations of Witchers.
Exactly.
Oh, so I'm just saying he was really big and scary and fits the idea of a Witcher, and everyone else was kind of not that.
Which is why he's Geralt of Rivia. This is why he has legendary songs.
He was also the best looking. Just
about him.
Oh my gosh! Of course, she had to add that. Yeah. So anyway, anything else to say about Ciri being trained by Geralt?
So I'll give my thoughts on it since Sid jumped on. But I think what really stands out to me about this is it was a very small actual time that we saw this on screen. But what we were talking about in the previous episode were the facial mannerisms of Ciri. I think in this episode there was a bit of a turn in her mind where, okay, he's teaching me, so I don't necessarily think he's going to try to kill me. So I think that in that, you know, almost like you said, taking her under his wing, training her, that it's going to be in the same way that he was taught by Vesemir, you know, almost a passing of the torch.
And guys, that's where it leaves off. We're excited to see where Geralt's training for Ciri takes us. So if you want to be up to date on all the newest episodes of The Witcher and see our reaction and biggest takeaways, you got to hit the subscribe button and click the bell. Guys, also like the video. If you're liking the video and you want to see more content like this, chat it up with us in the comment section down below. We'd be happy to chat it up with you, and we'll see you for episode 3 on West Coast, East Coast Siblings. We'll see you in the next one.